Now I want to make another point about the you may not know everything about your rich project. Trust me, I do not know everything going into this mobile sound project. And every project I've facilitated, I'm hit with curveball after curveball, things I didn't expect, things I didn't know, processes I wasn't aware of. That's fine. Give yourself a little fail-safe, a little buffer room, a little forgiveness before you go into it. Might be extra timeline, flexibility, small benchmarks instead of a large. But once you have that buffer room and forgiveness, use it as an opportunity to model to students that you can be a learner. Credibility goes a long way. And here, you're not compromising credibility, I don't know. There is a threshold. You want to have some authority on the subject. At the end of the day, remember that no one's going to run that classroom better than you. No one in that class is going to have the teaching experience to facilitate and arrange that classroom better than you. And if you can remember that and have confidence in that, your authenticity and your credibility will carry most of the weight, even when you don't know the pedagogical content knowledge that you're covering very well. Maybe not well enough, teach it. That's kind of what I do when I come in on the threshold. I look at it as an opportunity to cover content with my students where I get to model what it's like to be a learner. Even being super inquisitive and curious. You know, I don't think I was as aware about building materials and supplies until I worked with a guy who was a subject matter expert, who every time he picked something up off the shelf at a retailer, he examined that super thoroughly. And he would look at how a shovel might be connected, how's the grain run along the handle. I mean, he was that intimate with everything he handled. And I never knew to be that curious about things until I started watching him, until he modeled that for me. And so now I do the same thing with my students. I try and model that curiosity, that innate, no, I don't know, but I am the most curious about this, and I will get down to the bottom of it, and I will make conclusions, and I will infer information from details that everyone else may overlook.